Welcome to the Assigned Undeclared Orientation. My name is Brent Peterson, and I'm an academic advisor with AARS, Academic Advising and Retention Services. If you don't already know, AARS handles the academic advising for all undeclared students. We're located in the Student Services Center, North Garage, 9th and San Fernando, and we're behind the bursar's office. The main number to schedule an advising appointment is 408-924-2129. For additional information, see our website. That's www.sjsu.edu/AARS. Today, we're going to be talking about what it means to be assigned undeclared, having a time frame for admission to a new major, developing a strategy to meet impaction requirements and be admitted to a major, and then we'll finish up by discussing some academic advising policies. Now, why this video? Most of you have been disqualified from either the College of Science or the College of Engineering. However, you have not been disqualified from the university. Now, you may be on academic probation, but that's a secondary issue that will need to be addressed at a later time. All of you have been assigned undeclared as a major. Until admitted to a new major, your academic advising will be handled through AARS. Juniors and seniors can't be undeclared. In 2009, Presidential Directive states that all students must declare a major by the time they have earned 60 units. However, as an assigned undeclared student, you will be extended 2 semesters to be accepted into another major. That means you need to act quickly in order to be admitted to a new major. You're already well into your first semester of their 2-semester allotment. There is an exception, however. If you are an international student, you have only till the end of this semester to be accepted into the new major. You must submit a signed and completed change of major application to the registrar by the end of this semester. I encourage you to contact the International Student and Scholar Services Office for critical deadline information. Getting into a new major. To do that, you must develop a plan that is strategic, realistic, and personally honest. All right, developing a strategy. Most majors have specific impaction requirements. Impaction is simply hurdles on the road. These could be minimum GPA requirements, completion of certain foundation courses with the minimum grades, but there's also application process and deadlines that have to be met. To develop a strategy, ask yourself, how deep a hole did I dig myself into? Well, that depends on your cumulative GPA and the units graded. An example for you to consider, take 2 students with the same GPA. Student A has completed 32 units with a 2.2 GPA. Student B, on the other hand, has completed 61 units, but also with a 2.2 GPA. How hard must the students work in order to raise their GPA to 2.6? In this example, student A must complete 15 units with a 3.5 GPA. Student B, however, must complete 28 units with a 3.5 GPA. Therefore, student B, it will take at least twice as long to raise their GPA from 2.2 to 2.6 as student A. Okay, so student B has obviously dug themselves into a deeper hole. If you're going to get into a major, your strategy must be reasonable. Choose a new major and a backup major based on your current situation. You need to identify the impaction requirements for each option. You need to ask yourself, what must you do to bring your SDSU GPA up to the impaction level? Can you meet impaction criteria within 2 semesters? Okay. If there are specific courses that you have to take, how will you complete them in time? Do you possibly need to take a course or 2 at a community college? Maybe you even need to wait out a semester if a required course isn't being offered at the university. Note, any San Jose State University student can take 1 semester off without penalty. Skipping a semester will extend your deadline to get into a new major. Now, if you're trying to be reinstated, you need to understand the university policy. Following a disqualification from the major, reinstatement to the major may include course grades or GPA requirements higher than the standard thresholds. In effect, students seeking such reinstatement are being admitted to the major again and may be held to higher standards than are required to complete the degree. Ultimately, being reinstated to your old major will be very, very difficult, if not impossible. Regarding the College of Science, all students disqualified from biology, chem, or computer science need to attend the change in major workshop, and they must meet current impaction requirements. Students disqualified from other majors must obtain a reinstatement plan in writing from a major advisor or a chair of the department. College of Engineering is different and pretty much varies from within each department. Essentially, if you're seeking reinstatement, go back to the department, speak to a major advisor or the chair of the department, and get a plan in writing that your AARS advisor can work with. Now, there are many majors that have low impactions, okay? These include communication studies, global studies, environmental studies, industrial technology, political science, child adolescent development, English, history, philosophy, radio, television, and film. Okay. If you have a San Jose State University GPA below 2.2 and have a high number of units, you should consider looking into these majors. Many of these majors also have a high number of electives, which means you may be able to graduate, uh, sooner rather than later. Okay. Now, some time for honesty. You need to answer the following questions. How did I get myself into this situation? Could have been scholastic aptitude and or personal motivation. Was it personal effort or lack thereof? Was it simply bad luck? Was it something outside of yourself personally that negatively influenced your academic abilities? Perhaps you're simply a closet major and when you're taking courses that were not in your degree plan. Okay. Now, according to Einstein, one definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. I ask you, what's going to be different this semester? Math 31 is still Math 31 the third time. That goes for Bio 115, Chem 160, or any other challenging course. What is your academic aptitude isn't likely to change. What will change is your motivation and the level of work you're willing to put in to be academically successful. Are outside circumstances, have you addressed them? Are the issues that led to your possible disqualification from the major, have those negative influences been corrected or addressed in some way? What do you need to do to make better choices, to get organized, to set good habits? Ultimately, you need to also expand your horizon and possibly consider other majors. Ask yourself, what are you going to do to succeed this semester? Now, for some of you, you might need some time to sort through these issues. In this case, it might be possible to take a semester off. Every San Jose State unit can take a semester without penalty. It's kind of like pushing a pause button. You might be able to take courses at a community college, which could be a good idea. And finally, you might simply have to ask yourself whether San Jose State University is the right college for you. Transferring to another CSU or four-year college might be your best option. AARS academic advising policies. Ultimately, you must complete required academic advising every semester. A registration hold will be placed on your schedule and not released until advising is complete. See your assigned AARS advisor as soon as possible. I recommend that you, if it is possible, get over to a student success center, speak with an advisor there, and maybe get a study plan before you come in to speak with your AARS advisor. Ultimately, you must prove that you are making good academic progress and that you have a realistic strategy to get accepted into a new major. After you complete 2 semesters, there is absolutely no guarantee that you will be allowed to register for additional classes. You need to get into a major, if not this semester, by the end of next semester. What now? An AARS advisor has been assigned to you. Please watch for an email from your advisor and follow the instructions. As I mentioned, possibly meet with an advisor at the appropriate Student Success Center, get a study planned to complete the impaction requirements. If you're seeking to be reinstated to your old major, submit a copy of your reinstatement plan to your assigned advisor if you can get one. And if you're an international student, I would recommend that you schedule a meeting with your advisor as soon as possible. Okay. Well, that's it. Thank you for listening. I leave you with a quote from Winston Churchill. Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. I know many of you didn't expect to be where you are right now, but what counts is that simply move forward. Thank you for listening. Take care.